Hi everyone, welcome to the Boss Babe Blog Show. I'm so happy to be back. I am the host, Katan Paul. I'm also the founder of bossbabeblog.com. And today we're going to be getting straight into the businesses that you should shop with. I know it's been a little while, but we're on episode 4. And today's episode is called A Stress-Free Adventure Planning. Why is it called that? Because today the brand that I'm shouting out is Vania's Travel Squad. So Vania's Travel Squad is owned by Vania, an amazing vacation designer that is listed in our directory. And I actually had Vania design a vacation for me, and it was stress-free, the entire planning that she did for my adventures. So I told her what I needed. I don't know about y'all, but when I travel, I'm very specific about certain things. For example, the bathrooms. I can't be in the dirty bathroom. I can't. When I get to the hotel, the first thing I look at is the bathroom. If the bathroom's not right, then I can't sleep there. So I told her I'm looking for a place that is clean. I'm looking for a place that is aesthetically pleasing because I want to take pictures in the hotel room and out of the hotel room. Of course, not while I'm on the trip because we got to be safe, ladies. So I took the photos and I posted them after. But I'm looking for a place that gets me inspired, and I'm a very artistic, eclectic, chic, I would say, kind of woman. That's the way I would describe myself. And so with me texting all of this to her in a text consultation, it was so painless. Sometimes we don't even want to do all that consulting stuff because you don't know, are these people going to get straight to the point? Are they going to waste my time? Are they going to try to give me stuff that I never asked for? But Vania stays true to what it is you asked for. She talks to you about the budget to see if it's a realistic budget based off of where you're trying to go. And then she goes in and she designs and plans the entire vacation for you. So I absolutely love that. So what I did was I purchased a vacation designing experience, which currently is $30. It could be a different price down the line, so take advantage while it's available. But it was the best $30 that I ever spent because Vania is going to take care of you. So through a text consultation, I told her what I liked, what I didn't like, what I was looking for. I think I might have sent her a couple of pictures for inspiration. She went back, and within less than 24 hours, it may not be this quick because I don't know. She's, her bookings are pretty heavy, but she came back to me within less than 24 hours with an entire vacation plan drawn up, and it was beautiful. She had locations that I could go to in the area. She had the hotel that she wanted, that she thought I would like to stay at, and she gave me 2 to 3 different options. I can't remember if it was 2 or 3. I think it was 3 different options, and it was so hard for me to choose because they were all exactly what I was looking for and exactly what I asked of her. And the only difference between them was the price points. And at that point, it didn't really matter because they were so beautiful and they were exactly what I asked of her. So I ended up going with a hotel that was based, I believe, in Dallas. And when I got there, it was wonderful. So at this hotel, it was a staycation because clearly I'm in Texas, so I didn't go anywhere else. But I decided to do a staycation. She found a place of the Botanical Gardens in Dallas that was close to the hotel as well. So we actually went there for an exhibit and got to look at some beautiful African art and talk to some of the artists. We also were able to take some beautiful photos in and out of the hotel. And when you first walked in, the music, the atmosphere, the ambiance was exactly my style. They had some nice, smooth music playing. They had an Erykah Badu painting in the hallway of in the lobby of the hotel, a nice pool area, a nice gym area so I could stay fit, keep working on my fitness. I loved it. As soon as I got there, I was so happy. And even if for any reason in the world I know I could call Vania and she would take care of whatever it is that I needed. So I really love that experience, and it's so near and dear to me because it was so easy. And I often don't like to go to consults and stuff because I don't like the salesy energy that I get, where it feels like a person is not listening to what I'm saying I need and they're just trying to get a sale or they're just trying to get some commission. This is not everybody, because some people understand that concept, so they stand out. But, the door-to-door salesmen, they can be super aggressive. Walking into go get your phone changed, and you're going to get 1,000 questions about if you want to upgrade and do you need this when you just came in for one thing. Going into a store and feeling like somebody's trying to throw a whole outfit on you. You just said, I just need lipstick. People don't always listen, and so that is what makes people hesitant of doing consults or reaching out to people for stuff like that, because they don't want to be taken advantage of and they don't want their time wasted. And I understand all of that, and Vania understood that too, and she took care of me with ease. So shout out to Vania's Travel Squad. I really hope that you go and take advantage of shopping with her. And now let's show off some of the pictures of my experience through Vania's Travel Squad. We have some photos where I went to the exhibit at the Botanical Gardens, and I have some photos of the hotel that I stayed at, and I also have some photos of my outfits and, just the way that I dressed up, and the picnic that I had when we went out. It was just so many beautiful memories. And so I really appreciate you, Vania. Thank you so much. And I look forward to continuing to book and plan. Welcome to the Business Breakdown. So this Business Breakdown is dedicated to this side of the show where we talk about different ways to elevate, grow, and expand your business. So today's episode is actually going to be dedicated to business owners who are already in business or may have just started in business. And it's a specific behavior that is going to help you with being a lot more productive in your brand. And that behavior is when you are shopping or investing in your business, know exactly what you're investing in and exactly what your return on investment will be or what it is projected to be. You need to know those things before you make a purchase. And here is why. Because a lot of times in business, people make assumptions because they're excited. You might see a website designer and you see that she's promoting beautiful websites. And so you make the assumption that that's going to get you multiple sales. Like the website is going to get you the sales. The website is not going to get you the sales. You are going to push clients to the website. And the beauty of the website is going to help you with gaining the sales. But the website alone is not going to, a website can't get up physically and walk around and hand out business cards and tell people to come visit it. Does that make sense? So you have to be the person to do that. And I'm sure you're probably laughing at that analogy in the comments. I'm sure some of y'all are, but I'm being so serious. I'm not even trying to be funny. The website cannot physically get up and promote itself. You have to promote the website. So when you purchase this website, what are you investing into it? How much does it cost? And are you receiving services to learn how to use it? Are you receiving website management? Are these things that you're going to want down the line? Because you can't expect that if you purchase a website that you buy it and then 10 weeks later you come back and start asking questions about how to use it. That's not a service that's provided if you're just getting the website itself. So are you going to need those services with it? And what is your return on investment? What are you going to receive from that when you get that website? So a website is just the website. It's not you going and promoting and sharing and advertising the website. Now, they may advertise it because they're letting people know what services they provide, but you're going to be the one doing that because you're the person who owns the business and you're the business manager, unless you hire a business manager. So the common mistake that I've seen is someone will purchase a website and then they get their website designed and now they think that millionaire is what comes after that. You still have to work hard. You still have to put in the work. You still have to be the one to go out and promote that website. You didn't hire a promoter full time. You hired a website designer. So they're going to design the website and then that's going to be it. So we have to get out of that habit of thinking that because we purchase one thing, that that's going to be the answer to everything, because it's Some people are doing this because they just don't know, and some people are doing this simply because they're not doing the legwork of finding out. So ask yourself and ask the person that's going to service you, what am I receiving from this? What is the return on investment from this? So you can know exactly what you're going to be receiving. And then you need to ask yourself, am I going to be able to do what I need to do on my end so that this can be something successful and proactive and not just a waste of my time and money? If you're not planning on advertising the website and promoting the website, then don't buy the website. And I know some people might think this is controversial because I design websites and I do branding. So you're probably thinking, why would you tell people don't buy the website? Because you don't want to waste your time. And I would much rather work with a person who is ready to push this website, unless they're hiring me to do it full time. But if they're ready to push this website, then you're going to be able to take this website and go push it to everybody you need to push it to. And I have the skills to create a beautiful, clean, presentable, shoppable website. So I create that and you go push people to it and you start to get clients and you start to get leads. But there's other aspects of this that you have to take care of on your end if you're just purchasing the website. For example, you got to promote and advertise the website because, again, it doesn't get up and walk around and promote itself. You have to have great products, because I can make a beautiful website for you, but if your products are not quality, people are going to buy them and then they're not going to come back and they're not going to leave reviews because they didn't have a good experience. And sometimes silence is kindness. People are being quiet because they don't want to say anything negative about you. So you're wondering why people don't leave reviews? Because they're not liking their experience enough to leave a review. Because if they leave a review, it might hurt you more than it will help you. Sometimes people are kind like that and they just don't want to do that. I know, because I've had shoppers come and give me the feedback about their small business experience. Because I have a small business directory, I am like obsessed with learning about what it is that shoppers like and don't like when they shop with brands in general and when they shop with small businesses. So they may not have directly had these experiences with brands in my directory, but when I find out what it is that they like and don't like, I use that feedback to help my clients become stronger at delivering a better experience. And so one of the things is reviews. Why won't they leave reviews? Because they didn't like the service and they're just trying to be nice by not leaving a review. Because if you go and directly ask them, leave a review, they may not have anything good to say. And if you ask them for direct feedback, they'll probably give it to you. But a lot of times people don't, because even sometimes when you give stuff to people and they didn't ask for it, they don't take it so well. So it could be a customer giving you feedback about a skincare product and saying, I liked it, but I think the label needs to be waterproof or something. And instead of someone saying, thank you so much for your feedback, or, here's the website, drop a feedback form. And then when they send it, a professional email back that says, thank you for your feedback, or something simple, it's a petty game. Well, I made the labels like this because I did it like that for this reason. It didn't have to be all that. It could just be a simple, thank you so much for your feedback. And then you take that and practice discernment. And so a lot of times people don't leave feedback because of that reason. They don't want the stress of going back and forth and stuff, because their experience is their experience and they're not trying to argue with you about it. And a lot of times people want to do that. So that's a part of the thing too. But let's get back to the original point, because I'm just sharing insight from a shopper's perspective. But you get the website, you got to promote the website. You have to advertise it unless you're hiring someone to do that. And if you're hiring them to do that, how much are you hiring them for? Are you hiring them for part-time work where they're going to do it and it's going to come gradually, organically? Are you hiring them full-time? Like, I'm hiring you as a promoter and that's what you're going to do. Are you hiring more than one promoter, which would be a great idea? Hire people, put your website in different places, put it on a flyer and an advertisement at a store, put it on an advertisement in a shopping directory, put it on an advertisement on a YouTube show. Like, these are things that you need to be thinking about, because you're going to have to do that unless you're hiring a business manager to do that. So that website alone is not going to make you a millionaire. The products that you provide when people go visit that website, the experience that you give them. If the website has your contact information and then they call you and your response is quite dusty, then you should expect that those sales be quite dusty. Because I've had times where I have went and called a business because they had a beautiful website, and the person I picked up the line with sounded like they were upset with me. I don't even know this person. I called someone and they were like, hello? So I say again, that website isn't going to be the only thing that's going to push you to the next level. So when you're purchasing something, you need to ask, what is this going to give me? What is my return on investment for purchasing this item? And what do I need to do? What is expected of me if I want to see this item be used to the best of, its capabilities. Um, that is one thing that you need to do. Okay. So hopefully you take that insight and you utilize it to help grow and elevate your business. Again, this insight is not to bring anyone down. If you're someone that didn't know, you didn't know, but now you know. So when you go buy that website, don't think you'll be a millionaire overnight, because there's other work that you got to do. And if your products aren't right, if the questions you're telling your website designer to ask are not right, you got to think about that. And then a lot of times everybody wants to be specialists even when they're not. So you hire a website designer and then you start trying to design your website. You're not the designer. You're not the specialist. Let them do their job. So you're telling them to change the format, even though you told them you wanted a professional website. And sometimes it's good to give your feedback and say, this is what's important to me and that is what is important to me. But when you're hiring a specialist and a professional, most times they can take that information and they go and create a clean, crisp, and attractive design on your website. So if you're not the specialist, don't try to be the specialist, because that can also make you lose sales as well. And that's in any industry. That's not just website design. For example, we talked about Vania today. If I hired a vacation specialist and then I start trying to tell her what the vendors for the vacation saying or why the cruise line is this or that, and I don't know anything about that, or I don't have enough insight to be giving those directions, my vacation may not be the best experience. So make sure you're hiring someone you trust, because when you trust someone, you need to be able to step back and let them do their job and don't bombard them, number one. And number two, make sure when you're purchasing a service to grow your business, you know exactly what you're purchasing, exactly what it's going to bring you, and ask, what do I need to do so that I can support and make this proactive? That's what we need to be asking, okay? Once you've asked all those questions, if you are not sure it's for you, then address your concerns. If you are sure it's for you, go ahead and make that purchase. But we cannot be purchasing one item or two items here and there for our business and then assuming that we're going to be a millionaire, because that is a part of the reason why the growth is not happening if that is the case. I just bought this new website, so I should be having some sales coming in soon. Absolutely not. I just hired this new sales manager, so I should be a millionaire in a few days. Absolutely not. You hire the social media manager. She's going to bring traffic to your website. She's going to bring attention to you. People are going to check you out. But once they check you out, if there's nothing to actually check out, they're going to be leaving as quick as they came. What do your products look like? After they get to the social media page and they connect and stuff, what does your customer experience look like? How quickly are you getting your orders out? These are things that you're in charge of. So unless you're hiring someone to do all of that, understand one service alone is not going to make you a millionaire. It's going to be your consistency, and it's going to be you being able to pull things together and make things happen for your business. So those services should enhance your mission and your vision, unless you are the business manager. I really hope this insight helps someone. Have an amazing rest of your day, guys. And I will see you at the next Boss Babe Blog Show, where we'll be showcasing another awesome business. Listen.